Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady face-off. Leon Edwards and Sean Brady have drawn significant attention ahead of their battle at UFC London. Leon, fresh off a wave of success, is riding high on confidence, looking to prove he remains one of the most polished fighters in the organization. Brady, however, has grown increasingly vocal, suggesting that Leon's reign might be more fragile than the world suspects. Their standoff, which started as a routine media event, took a sharp turn when onlookers noticed the intense glances and heated moments between the two. Though there isn't a documented personal feud here, fans sense an undercurrent of tension that goes beyond standard pre-fight hype. Some whisper that a recent exchange on social media, where Brady hinted at exploiting Leon's ground game, could be the spark that turns this face-off into something personal. Others think the real story is Leon's unwavering composure, which might be the biggest threat to Brady's momentum. Leon has maintained that once the octagon door closes, all the talk in the world won't save someone from a well-timed fist or a perfectly executed combination. Bryce Mitchell and the search for lizard people. If there's one fighter who revels in the bizarre, it's Bryce Mitchell. Rather than polishing his takedowns or practicing new submissions, he recently spent time in remote mines, broadcasting video footage of claustrophobic tunnels and rickety ladders. His social media posts sent fans into a frenzy, with some joking that he might stumble upon buried treasure and others genuinely concerned for his safety. Yet Bryce's true mission, he insists, is far more extraordinary. He's out hunting for legendary lizard people. In each cryptic update, Bryce teased followers with talk of unexplored caverns, rumored labyrinths extending for hundreds of feet underground, and uncertain creatures that might lurk below. His camera occasionally caught glimpses of deep darkness, a few ominous skeleton piles, and seemingly endless tunnels. According to Bryce, something sinister, or at least extremely curious, calls these depths home. Whether this is authentic belief or just another way to stand out among fighters remains hotly debated. Bryce Mitchell versus Silva, demonic tensions. Bryce Mitchell isn't just tangling with rumors of hidden creatures. He's also gearing up to face Silva at UFC 314 next month, and the lead-up to this fight has taken an unexpected, unnerving turn. Bryce has publicly stated that Silva is inhabited by dark forces. From Bryce's perspective, the moment he mentioned the name of Jesus during a press conference, Silva reacted with rage, spewing curses like a man possessed. Now, Bryce claims he's plagued by demonic dreams each night, describing nightmarish sequences where legions of shadows try to provoke him into fits of rage or lead him astray through temptation. In his plea to fellow believers online, Bryce insisted these dreams started right before his press conference with Silva and have persisted every single night. He's asked for prayers, emphasizing that what he faces on April 12th isn't merely a man, but an entire host of malevolent forces. Silva, of course, dismisses these accusations, turning them into verbal jabs of his own. He suggests Bryce is simply terrified of their upcoming match, chalking the nightmares up to fear and biology. Robert Whittaker's middleweight. Finale and the LHW question. Robert Whittaker has been a staple in the middleweight division for years, his crisp striking and unwavering heart establishing him as a serious force. Yet, whispers have grown louder that he's eyeing a leap to light heavyweight, a move that would shuffle the landscape of two weight classes at once. According to Whittaker, the plan is to put his body to the test in one more middleweight bout before making a definitive call on going up in weight. For longtime fans of The Reaper, this represents both an exciting shift and a source of tension. Could leaving middleweight mean he's leaving behind unfinished rivalries? At the very least, Whittaker insists he wants another big fight at 185 pounds. Names like Sean Strickland have surfaced as potential opponents, fueling fans' imaginations about the fireworks a Whittaker-Strickland matchup might generate. Analysts point out that Whittaker will have to balance his final cut to middleweight against any preparations he's making for a heavier division. Islam Makhachev's new submission and Dagestani training. Dagestan has long been revered as a breeding ground for elite wrestlers and submission specialists. Islam Makhachev stands at the forefront of that legacy, continually refining his arsenal to stay ahead of potential challengers. Recently, Islam showcased a new choke on social media, but the most striking detail wasn't the maneuver itself. It was the training partner. Word spread that this unfortunate soul was a younger student sent to Dagestan specifically to absorb the region's rigorous training. Moments of that session found their way online, drawing both amusement and awe. The video snippet showed Makhachev effortlessly grappling the kid, who was no pushover himself. Yet Islam's control was so fluid that observers commented on his calm demeanor, even as the training partner struggled. Dagestani fighters are known for their dedication and punishing regimens, pushing even rising prospects to their limits. Some fans worry about the intensity of these sessions, but many fighters believe it's precisely this environment that forges champions. Paddy Pimblett versus Colby Covington, the public mask and private face. Paddy Pimblett has never been one to hold back from speaking his mind. After attending a recent Power Slap event, Pimblett claimed he encountered Colby Covington in a crowded room. According to Paddy, Colby avoided eye contact and seemed determined to keep his gaze glued to the floor, a stark contrast to the loud, confrontational persona he shows to the world. Some fans shrugged off the story, suggesting that not every moment calls for a theatrical confrontation. Others interpreted it as a chink in the armor of the man who's built his brand on pushing buttons and riling opponents. Adding further intrigue, respected figures like Michael Bisping and Paul Felder have stepped forward to defend Colby's character, describing him as genuinely nice, away from the cameras. Bisping recounted an airport encounter where Colby was polite and courteous, the sort of man any parent might be pleased to see dating their daughter. Paul Felder, similarly, said that Covington carries himself with an unexpected humility behind closed doors. Roman Dolidze versus Israel Adesanya. Roman Dolidze has been steadily climbing through the middleweight ranks, and after his unanimous decision victory over Marvin Vettori, he wasted no time looking ahead. Almost immediately, he called out none other than Israel Adesanya, the reigning star of the division. Some fans wrote it off as premature, yet another fighter chasing the champion's spotlight. But Roman's challenge quickly gained credibility when Aljamain Sterling weighed in. Sterling, who has trained with Dolidze, proclaimed that if Roman drags Izzy to the ground, he could submit him without breaking a sweat. Sterling's confidence in Dolidze's grappling stems from first-hand experience. He's rolled with Roman himself and heard second-hand stories of Roman holding his own against the likes of John Jones. Though the specifics remain hush-hush, even rumors of success against such high-level athletes carry weight. Of course, to transform any hypothetical advantage into reality, Dolidze would need to get Adesanya down, a feat that's easier said than done, given the champion's improved takedown defense and footwork. The Conor McGregor question. For years, Conor McGregor was the name on everyone's lips, from diehard fans to the most casual observers. Lately, however, the chatter about his return has become murky. Charles Oliveira didn't mince words when he stated that Conor is most likely done with fighting. From Oliveira's vantage point, McGregor has accomplished everything he set out to do, and now appears to be enjoying a different lifestyle altogether. Meanwhile, Michael Chandler has been languishing in wait, hoping to book a blockbuster fight that never seems to materialize. Countless rumors have floated around. Some speculate McGregor's lingering injuries are more serious than he lets on. Others point to his ever-expanding business ventures. A contingent of fans still clings to the idea that the Irish star will burst back onto the scene, fueled by hype and marketing. Yet as the months roll on, the official announcements remain elusive, and optimism continues to wane. The question on everyone's mind is whether Conor's absence underscores a deeper shift in the sport.